Luke Skywalker and Frodo Baggins seem very different. Luke is known as the poster child of the hero's journey, transforming from a naive farm boy into a Jedi Knight, whereas Frodo's main conflict is about desperately trying not to change, clinging to his identity as the ring tempts him toward corruption. But the two characters have more in common than it seems. George Lucas says that Luke's main conflict isn't about transformation, but rather resisting temptation.
But that's the big danger of the series, is that he will become Darth Vader.
This is a dangerous time for you, when you will be tempted by the dark side of the Force.
Luke and Frodo's primary conflicts aren't about becoming warriors, but rather resisting the temptation to become monsters. And this kind of struggle isn't new. It's baked into the mythologies behind each story. Given that Tolkien called The Lord of the Rings a fundamentally religious and Catholic work, the ring tempting Frodo echoes Satan tempting Jesus in the wilderness. And similarly, Lucas, a self-described Buddhist Methodist, is quick to mention,
The story also has been retold, the temptation. I mean, Buddha was tempted in the same way. It's all through mythology.
and we'll get to how Luke and Frodo have opposite endings, but first, when you line up these tensions side by side, their shared DNA becomes undeniable. Despite their glowing swords, both characters are defined by crucial moments where they refuse to fight.
Maybe he does deserve to die, but now that I see him, I do pity him.
I will not fight you, Father.
Their decisions not to kill are rooted in the deepest ethical philosophies beneath each story. What Tolkien describes as the mystical belief in the ultimate value of pity and generosity. It's their devotion to this ideal that confounds their enemies who see mercy as a weakness.
His compassion for you will be his undoing.
The ring remains hidden, and that we should seek to destroy it has not yet entered their darkest dreams.
Frodo and Luke's belief in the redemption of seemingly irredeemable characters that represent themselves if they give into temptation, is what separates them from everyone else.
I want to help him, Sam. Why? Because I have to believe he could come back.
There is still good in him. I can't do it, Ben. I can't kill my own father.
This refusal to kill the bad guy is what ultimately allows the world and galaxy to be saved. But these similar journeys only accentuate their opposite endings, revealing the key difference between the worlds of The Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Luke successfully resists temptation. The Emperor's attempt to lure him through violence fails.
Take your weapon, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
I'll never turn to the dark side. Never.
This is where the two stories diverge as Frodo gives in to temptation.
The ring is mine.
Luke isn't stronger than Frodo. He succeeds because his temptation was resistible. Frodo's was not. Tolkien says that, quote, "At the last moment, the pressure of the ring would be impossible for anyone to resist. Certainly after long possession, months of increasing torment, and when starved and exhausted." Where Luke rescues his father and returns to his family safe and celebrated as a hero, insult is literally added to injury for Frodo, as he returns to an ungrateful Shire that celebrates his companions rather than him. And while Luke is able to enjoy the fruits of his success, Frodo cannot. Despite the ring's destruction, he still physically and spiritually suffers.
That wound will never fully heal.
Along with the sort of PTSD that's hard not to compare to what Tolkien and his generation experienced following their service in World War I. All of this prevents Frodo from being able to enjoy the world he saved, to such an extent that he's forced to leave. These opposite endings to the same struggle reveal the opposite storytelling philosophies that guided each writer. Despite being set in space, Star Wars is ironically more of a modern fairy tale than The Lord of the Rings in both tone and substance. George Lucas said that, quote, "Star Wars is a fairy tale. You want everybody to live happily ever after and nothing bad happens to anybody. The whole emotion I'm trying to get at the end of the film is for you to be real uplifted emotionally and spiritually and feel absolutely good about life." Whereas The Lord of the Rings is embedded with Tolkien's interest in writing history, which tends to have fewer happily ever afters. Tolkien said that, quote, It can be observed in history and experience that some individuals seem to be placed in sacrificial positions, situations or tasks that demand powers beyond their utmost limits. In a nutshell, the difference between Luke and Frodo can be summarized by this.
These films, mostly it's, to have a rip-roaring adventure and a good time.
Always a human story, is always about one thing, aren't they? Death. The inevitability of death.
It's clear that both storytelling philosophies connect with audiences. So tell me below, which one resonates with you? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot if you subscribe for more.